right, welcome back again. Where we left off, we had just moved on to the second set of questions, questions 5 and 6. Again, just as a reminder, you always have this help button at the top of each screen, which will give you a whole bunch of text to scroll through, so you probably want to keep it hidden most of the time, but it is there just in case you don't have your hard copy of the guidelines with you and you need to look something up. Question 5 asks for the ISBN number. An ISBN number is explained in your guidelines, and in fact you can see, here's a copy of the guidelines, you can see this illustration of what it looks like. Not every book will have one. In fact, a lot of books will not have one, but if they do, it should look something like that. Or it may just have ISBN and the number without the barcode. ISBNs come in either 10 digits or 13 digits. Sometimes a book will give you both. If so, then you'll want to put in the 13 digits. If you do not see anywhere in the front matter, in the back cover, the front cover, anywhere an ISBN number, which will always be stated ISBN in front of it, so you don't have to guess. If you don't see that anywhere, then you just input 888, which is shortcut for unknown, or in this case, there is none. So don't worry about it too much if you can't find one. All right, the second question on this page is the medium, whether it is hard copy, so a physical book with actual papers inside and a cover, like the good old way we all learned to read, or soft copy, which would be digital, for example, a file on your computer. You may know that you may have a hard copy in your hand, but you also know that a soft copy is available on their website, or the publisher sent you a soft copy, but you also know that they have published and printed hard copies. So depending on what you know, obviously whichever one you have in your hand, if it's hard or soft, click that, but you might click the other one as well if you know that it exists. Let me go ahead and click both of them so that we can see all of the options for both of them. If you have a hard copy in front of you, then we would like for you to measure it in centimeters, the length and the width. Some of the common measurements are given here for you. So if you measure and yours is approximately 21 centimeters long and approximately 15, you can be off by about a centimeter on either side. Then you can go ahead and choose this option to make it easier than entering those manually. If it's off by a whole lot and it doesn't fit into any of these categories, then you can click Other, and you can manually enter in numbers 25 by 46. Well, the length will always be longer, so that's good that I made that mistake. The longer number will always go first. I guess if you had a perfectly square book, it wouldn't matter which number you put because both sides would be the same. If you know a hard copy exists, but you don't have one in front of you, then even though you selected hard copy here, it's going to ask you for the dimensions, but if you don't have one to measure, you can just click Unknown and move on. All right, if you have a soft copy, then likely it will be one of these file types. PDF, I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of what PDF is. This is read by Adobe Reader. It's very common. PUB is Microsoft Publisher. EPUB is a very common file type for ebooks. PowerPoint. This is Doc is for Word, or RTF is for often read in Word, even though it's slightly different. HTML is for a website, etc. So you can often figure out what it is by looking at the title or the file name that you have. It may end in one of these extensions, in which case it's easy. Otherwise, you may have to do a little bit more research. If at the end of the day you just cannot figure out which file type it is, you always have this option as a last resort. If the file type is not mentioned on here, you can always put Other and then type in what the file type is. There's a little more information in your guidelines for which programs are commonly used to open each of these file types. Sometimes you can deduce the file type based on which program is reading it on your computer. A lot of you will probably be looking at hard copy anyway, and this may not even be an issue if you're just looking at the physical book, but it's there in case you do have a soft copy.